It was the 5th of May 1970. Team Rock Mat, a 7-man patrol from 1st Force Recon Company, 1st Marine Division, had been inserted by helicopter near a feature named Razorback Ridge, 25 miles northwest of Da Nang in Vietnam. Their mission was to conduct a 5-day reconnaissance patrol searching for signs of the Viet Cong in the jungle. For every moment on patrol they were on hostile ground and surrounded by elusive enemies. Commanding Team Rock Mat was 32-year-old Sergeant Robert C. Phleger, a highly experienced ground radio repairer who had volunteered for 1st Force Recon Company due to its critical shortage of school-trained radio technicians. After proving himself on previous patrols, Phleger had been given his own team. He had just returned from R&R in Hawaii, where he had married his high school sweetheart. Phleger's team slowly climbed the ridge to where they could see better and have improved communications. It was hot, tiring work, the jungle alive with the screeching of birds and buzzing of insects. The Viet Cong could be anywhere, so the patrol's M16 assault rifles were locked and loaded. By early evening, darkness began to fall and the patrol moved into widely spaced sleeping positions. The Marines divested themselves of some of their equipment and lay down on canvas ponchos, one man on watch. It then became fully dark. What the patrol didn't know was that they had been tracked. Hostile eyes were watching them and moving in to attack. At 2000 hours, the silence was suddenly broken by a sudden commotion from where Sergeant Phleger was sleeping, the sounds of vegetation moving and breaking, followed by several muffled screams. Then there was silence. The other 6 Marines peered into the inky blackness, their ears straining to listen. Safety catchers flicked off their rifles. Quietly, they radioed the communications bunker at Camp Adair near Marble Mountain, asking for instructions. The company commander told his men to stay put and on 100% alert until first light. At first light, they set out to investigate what had happened to their team leader. At his sleeping position, they found Phleger's M16, pack, radio, gas mask, and cartridge belt laid out, but Phleger wasn't present. Instead, the ground was bloody, the bush trampled down. It looked as though Phleger had been dragged away into the jungle, his poncho and bush cover some distance away. The team, weapons ready, started to follow the bloody trail downhill off the ridge into the bush. For 50 meters, the team cautiously descended the trail until they made a gruesome discovery. Pushed up against a tree, Sergeant Phleger appeared to be dead. His neck had been broken and one side of his body bitten and lacerated deeply. But then there was sudden movement close by. It was an enraged 400-pound tiger. The team opened fire wildly, the tiger disappearing back into the jungle. But it had not left the site of its kill. The Marines could hear it moving around out of sight. Quickly, the Marines gathered up Phleger's remains into a poncho while the radio operator called for immediate helicopter evacuation. But suddenly, the furious tiger charged again. The Marines opened fire, someone throwing a fragmentation grenade into the jungle, the tiger backing off once more. Gathering up Phleger's body, the patrol quickly left the scene and was extracted by helicopter shortly after. The jungles of Vietnam held many hidden dangers, and not just the Viet Cong, and tigers were one of them. Veterans' accounts and official records list several such attacks by Indo-Chinese tigers. Thousands lived in the jungle, and the sudden appearance of dead bodies and wounded men caused by the fighting turned some tigers into man-eaters. The perfect ambush predator, tigers carried off several US soldiers from nighttime positions. Because of the tiger's speed and the dense vegetation, few victims managed to get off a shot before the tiger was upon them. It is, outside of veteran circles, an almost unknown aspect of war in Vietnam. The tigers were only doing what apex predators did. The war changed their behavior and made them more dangerous to man. 2 weeks after Sergeant Phleger's death, another Marine recon unit was stalked in the exact same area, probably by the same tiger that had taken Phleger. But on this occasion the Tiger lost, being shot dead by the patrol leader before he could do any damage. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and also help support my channel at PayPal and Patreon. Details in the description box.